Juicy crypto news today. How about a crypto hearing with Congress in less than 24 hours? Ben Armstrong camping out in front of the SEC until an ETF happens. We're also going to talk about the CFTC taking a bite out of DeFi. Yes, everyone, it's not just the SEC, but now the CFTC is getting into it. Let's learn with the latest crypto news. But first, a sneak peek of a video I've been working on.
I'm so f***ing high right now.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's get into your comments. Autistic Dyslexia says utility, utility, utility. That's the only way it moves. Okay, there's utility, but what if people aren't using the utility? I could build a bridge from Japan to California, but if no one drives on that bridge because there's a lot of floods and a lot of storms and a lot of things that mess it up, no one gives a shit about the utility. You got to have usage of the utility. The Rav3769 says, does anyone know who this ERAG crypto is? Someone that uses you for views. That's right. Chad Steingraber says the latest update on Grayscale XLM, 9.4 million worth of XLM held under trust. SDF dumped 2.3 billion lumens, which is over $230 million worth on the market alone just in 2023. So 9.4 million ain't gonna do shit, homeboy. Let's look at the old heat map. Bitcoin sitting at 46,890. Why ETF optimism? ETH 2271. Is anyone remembering to play with ETH? Is there an ETH boom left? XRP 56.1. Sol hanging onto the hundo right now. Benjamin for Sol. BNB. There's 3 Benjamins and $1 to get you there to 301. Near Protocol deep in the red now to 311. XLM right now. Yes, that's right. Utility pays big. It pays you 11.4 cents. BitBoy is not leaving the SEC offices until the BTC ETF is approved. Oh, okay. I mean, hey, look. If it wasn't enough for you to show up somewhere and dock someone with your mistress in your vehicle with a gun on you, I mean, like, okay, I guess, like, you should just stay on the steps of DC. And I'm sure they're glad to have you on the steps of DC. And I'm sure that you camping out on the steps of DC is nothing to do with the publicity stunt and to make you more relevant because you lost your channel, because you were out of control, because you said you were taking steroids. But I think a lot of us know that there was other things going on and that it was probably snowing in Atlanta. And I don't know if I'm talking about the weather snow, but oh my gosh, I think we know what's up. It's amazing at what lengths people are going to right now to keep the fame and notoriety. And remember, you are the product. So Ben's gonna camp out in DC in front of the SEC to protect you. Yes, this same Ben. Oh, the bangers are coming today, ladies. It's crypto news.
I am the master and commander and supreme leader of the XRP army. Now, what does that mean?
Jack shit.
That means that just with a wave of my hand,
like Moses parting the Red Sea,
I can send the XRP army out to do damage all across this great nation.
Afro circus, Afro circus, Afro.
Whoa, you're the supreme leader of the XRP army and the Sultan of Solana? Does that mean you get 2 pension plans? Ben Armstrong, you're our hero. Milking you for views and using, yep, and using you and using you and you and you and you and... Oh, wait a minute, maybe he's the friar of Filecoin.
Circus, Afro circus, Afro circus, Afro.
That's right, everyone. It's the friar of Filecoin, the Sultan of Solana, the Baron of Bitcoin. Maybe the Saint of XLM is next. Alright, CFTC sounds alarm on DeFi. Lack of accountability poses serious risks. You know, a lot of people have leaned on the idea that the CFTC is out there to protect you against the SEC. Kind of like this whole, if the CFTC gets to regulate crypto, it's going to be way nicer. And like, that's seriously, that's a bullshit lie. That's just the truth. The CFTC is no better. They are into regulation too. CFTC comes from what? interaction suggestions of others, right? That's how their cases start, origination. The report urges policymakers to take specific actions on anti-money laundering, I'm going to leave that mistake in there, and digital identity risks within the DeFi space. Recommendations include regulating centralized identity information, determining required identity information levels at different layers in the DeFi stack, and evaluating compliance gaps. Crucially, the report advocates for strengthened cooperation between regular bodies and DeFi builders. Basically, we want to see more of what you're doing. So, is it about DeFi being, maybe like, hey, we don't want the government being involved, but the government's like, oh, look, if you want to do it, you're going to have to be involved. This is coming from the CFTC. In October of 2023, the European Securities and Markets Authorities expressed similar concerns about the risks associated with DeFi. The report highlights such issues as market and liquidity risk, scams, illicit activities, and lack of regulatory protection. So it's not just the SEC. CFTC also wants to take a bite out of crypto. They want to regulate DeFi more. They want more AML. And that's the thing. A lot of us got into it because we like the anonymity of it, right? I mean, isn't it kind of like part of the sexy allure? Having this total anonymous money you can do whatever you want with. Doesn't that sound kind of hot? As I described it, does that kind of do it for you? If I'm like, yo, you've got this way to spend money on naughty things, and it's not traceable, and it's on decentralized stuff, so the best part about it is they can't take it down because it's bouncing off a whole bunch of different things. It doesn't need one thing just to run off. It's not centralized. It's really cool. And, and that money's not trackable, and we could do really cool parties in the desert and all sorts of stuff, right? But now we're like, whoa, the government really wants to regulate. The government really wants to know, hey, who's using it? What are they using it for? We want our noses involved. We want to tax you on it. And the CFTC is right there waving the flag going, yeah, we want to do it too. It's not just the SEC. So careful what you wish for. Bitcoin ETF VMAR breaks out as competitors prepare to slug it out for more market share. I am still having nerve pains in my legs. Ultramarathon side effect, by the way. This is very interesting because this is good for the consumer. This is good for you, for me, for everyone, okay? And why this is good is because you're seeing more competitiveness when it comes to prices. Bitwise is waiving fees for the first 6 months or until it reaches $1 billion in assets with a subsequent charge of 0.25%. ARC21 shares will also waive fees for the first 6 months or until the fund hits $1 billion in assets, after which it'll charge 0.25%. So you're saying they're going to fight each other for fees, right? And that means for the consumer is getting really good fees and really good service. So here, this is a way to get competition into the marketplace for better fee structure with some of these products. I mean, at first, some of them were 1.25%, 1.5%. You're not going to make it. Not when your competitor is 4 times cheaper than you. So good thing here. And this competitiveness we're also seeing in the money moving space. See, money moving space, it's all about competition. And actually every space is all about competition. Can you build a better mousetrap? Can you just beat your competitor? And what you're seeing with these ETFs is also what we're seeing in the crypto space, where there's newer projects coming out that are run really well. They're able to generate revenue so they don't have to dump on the market. They're much more open with their business practices of native token. I mean, and you're seeing that. It's driving this competitiveness, and that's good for all of us. Now, what's not good for all of us? Well, no. It's good if you join the live stream, because we're going to be chatting during this live stream broadcast of the House Financial Services having a hearing regarding examining the impact of the FSOC's ever-changing framework on innovation. We're talking about digital assets, fintech stuff. Yeah. Big nothing burger, big pile of shit. I mean, if you're going to participate in this with the expectations you're going to hang out with us on chat. We're going to talk nefarious activities. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be very entertaining. But just know that these morons that we're going to be watching on the screen are just going to be bumbling idiots that are doing things like other bumbling idiots out there that are trying to use you for views and for wallets. And basically what it is Congress is look, we're going to make it look like we're working, but we're really not. But we're going to fake it really good so you believe in us, so you vote for us again because it's an election year. See, you're the product again, just like you're the product right here. The Sultan of Solana was only born during the newest of times as Sol rose from the ashes. It's all about you being the product. But that's crypto news today, and I am Klaus. I am your host. This is the heat map, and I will catch you cool cats later.
I'm so f***ing high right now.